This is a place for planting, for digging, for harvesting, for relaxing. It's a place to get your hands dirty, but most of all, it's about having fun. And that's what you'll always have when you're in the garden with Doug Oster. You want a green thumb too, don't you? Today we're talking all about succession planting and of course, bargains again. I love this time of the year, but it's time to pull the garlic. I'm getting lots of calls from fellow garlic growers, including the garlic king of Portview, who is telling me that their garlic's ready. Ours is ready here, even though the foliage has not turned 50% brown. They're falling over, and you can see that on here, we got a nice sheath on here. It's ready to go. We'd rather pick it earlier than later. And after we get this garlic out, what's gonna happen is we're gonna hang it in a warm, dry place. Got a tool shed over there, and it's gonna cure for 3 weeks there so that it stores. Gonna also leave the stalks on. That will make it last longer. And then we're gonna plant this bed with some beans. Never wanna leave a bed without anything in it. And there's still time to get those beans to reach fruition. And I'm also finally cutting back these stalks of the tulips that were here. Now when I put the beans here, every time I water them, I'll be drowning the bulbs underneath. But I'm treating these as annuals. What comes back is just gravy, if anything comes back, but gotta have my beans. We're planting an old-fashioned bean called Landreth stringless, and it is stringless. That's what I like about it, no matter how big it gets. And this soil where I had the garlic is so nice, I didn't even have to improve it. And we've just made 3 or 4 rows here. We're gonna throw the bean seeds in, cover them up, water them. Gonna give it a thin layer of that straw mulch that's already here, just to keep that area moist until the seeds sprout, and we'll be eating beans before you know it. Like I said, there's still time for beans to come to fruition. And we've got a few more areas where cool weather crops have finished, and we're gonna plant some other good stuff to harvest at the end of the summer and into fall. The beans will come right up through this layer of straw as long as we keep it nice and thin, and then as they grow, we'll put a little bit more on. Well, check out these super chili peppers already putting on lots of fruit. As soon as they turn red, they're good. Well, I got one down there that's already red. Like I said, they'll wake you up. But in the summer, this is something I love doing. I'm gonna take a cool weather crop, which is lettuce, and just sprinkle it in here underneath these peppers. As the peppers get bigger, they'll kind of shade them. So some of the lettuce will do better on the outside, some on the inside we don't know, but it'll make kind of a living mulch underneath here. And since lettuce does love cool weather, we're getting a little bit of protection with the peppers. This is never mind the peppers, Max. This is a variety I use in the summer all the time. It's called Simpson Elite. And it is a cousin to one of the most famous lettuce varieties called black-seeded Simpson. But this one has a white seed and it stands the heat a little bit better. And all we're gonna do is sprinkle the seeds down here. We'll scratch them into the soil. And then when they sprout, we'll see where we need mulch around them. Not much to this. And I'm using the whole packet. I'm never going to have another half packet down in the basement, and we'll thin them out as we get them, as they come up. And those little thinnings, those microgreens, are just absolutely a wonder to throw into salads. All right, water here too, and then we'll be good to go. All right, I have a packet of beets yet to plant. When I'm done with that, right behind me, we're gonna take a look at more bargains. Like I said, this is the greatest time of the year for a cheapskate like me. I also have some other things to show you in the garden. Well, you know me and my bargains. Last year after Easter, I found these plants without flowers at a nursery. I knew if I put them in, the bulbs underneath would last all winter in this container and now come up every summer. And I just love lilies. They are the queen of the summer garden, and I wish you could smell them. Now, here's another bargain. I did not get my nasturtium seeds planted. Found these in the back of the greenhouse. They look a little tired, but nasturtiums are one of the toughest plants. We're gonna get these planted and show you lots more bargains. Okay, originally $59.95, $8. Yes, it is tired, but it will come back. And this is the perfect place for it, out here in the sun. This is a very special container. This was a gift from my radio partner and fellow trip columnist, Jessica Walliser. But the handyman backed into it and smashed it into about 6 pieces. I've glued it together. But I always think of Jess with this container because it is just a beautiful glazed pot. All right, we're still working and have another bargain to show you. When I'm looking for bargains, I'm looking for specific plants that can help me. I need a vining crop that can go up here. This is a combination morning glory and moonflower, and in a couple weeks, once I get it in here, it's gonna be just covered with flowers. And again, $15 for a $40 plant. You can't beat it. There we go. Just give them a little help and they're climbing, and they'll be up here before you know it. Well, we worked up quite a sweat today, and that feels good. Also to get my hands dirty. Now, when you're thinking about succession planting, think about putting in some new basil plants. The nursery will have them for you. When they've already been in for a couple months and have flowered, the leaves taste a little bit different. Not necessarily bad, just different. Now, don't forget to check me out online. That's where you can find lots of other garden stories, blog posts, videos, and also how to become a member of my Seed of the Month Club. Until next week, the garden's getting in shape. It's not there, but it's close. We'll see you then.